Hello everyone, my name is Amanpreet Singh Chadha and you are watching me on KGS Engineers AJ YouTube channel. I hope you all are doing absolutely fine, and today in this session we will be solving some very interesting and important questions related to civil engineering. So join this session so that we can start our learning journey. Good afternoon. So प्यारे बच्चों, we will be solving some very interesting numericals and questions and conceptual questions today. As you are aware that we have another session in the morning at 11 a.m. This session is conducted, that 11 a.m. session is conducted in Hindi, whereas this session is conducted in English because we want that the entire nation can learn the concepts of civil engineering without the language barrier. Good afternoon. So प्यारे मेरे बच्चों, let's solve some questions first. Let's move to the questions. The Froude number for a flow in a channel section is 1. What type of flow is it? Yes, bache, the validity of engineering practice batch will be 31st of July, irrespective of the date you buy it. Even if you purchase the course today, the validity will still be 31st of July 2026. So, प्यारे बच्चों, if the Froude number is equal to 1, then the flow is critical. If it is greater than 1, supercritical, less than 1, subcritical. Can anyone tell that tranquil flow is also known as what? What is the another name for tranquil flow? Good evening. What is the another name for tranquil flow? So some are saying super, some are saying sub. So definitely there is not a clear favorite. Pyare bachcho, if you simply take the meaning of tranquil, it implies slow. So remember this word by associating it with slow. Now what happens in subcritical flow is that the velocity of flow is less than the critical flow. So tranquil flow is known as subcritical flow. So make sure you know the secondary names of all the parameters wherever applicable. 100% correct. Supercritical flow is also known as shooting flow. Now shooting implies fast. The wind load on a steel truss for industrial building will depend upon what? Shape of the building, location of the building, shape and height of the building, location, shape and height of the building. Good afternoon. So it will depend on location, shape and height of the building. In the plate loading test for determine the bearing capacity of the soil, the size of the square plate should be what? Good afternoon. So the size of the plate should be between 300 to 750 mm. Two parameters are determined using this plate loading test. One of them is bearing capacity. Can you name the other one? Through plate load test, you determine bearing capacity and settlement. Pre-stresses losses in post-tensioned and pre-tensioned is how much? What is the magnitude of losses of pre-stress in post and pre-tensioned? You couldn't be more wrong. इससे ज्यादा गलत जवाब मैंने आज तक नहीं देखा है. So according to you, post-tensioned has more losses than pre-tensioned. 100% A cannot be the answer. They both do not undergo the same type of losses and the same magnitude of losses. The answer is option D. You have perplexed me. So, how could you say this answer? Even I was about to ask another question, that why the losses in pre-tensioned is more than in post-tension. Which factor, because of which factor the losses in pre-tensioned are more than post-tensioned? अरे क्या हो गया भाई, इतने गलत जवाब. इट इज इलास्टिक शॉर्टनिंग. The magnitude of elastic shortening is very high, resulting in more losses in pre-tensioned compared to post-tensioned. ना मेरे प्यारे बच्चे, relaxation occurs in both the type of PSCs, creep, shrinkage, and relaxation. This occurs in pre as well as post. It occurs in both the type. Friction and anchorage slip occurs in post-tensioned only, and elastic shortening occurs in pre-tensioned only. The coefficient of active earth pressure for a loose sand having an angle of internal friction 30 degrees, what? Now, extremely easy. Good evening. So, if the phi is 30 degree, then Ka is 3. Ka is 1 by 3, Kp is 3, and the value of K naught will be 1 by 2. Ka is less than K naught is less than Kp. Bachcho, you must have heard a term, coefficient of restitution. I'm just asking, what is the formula of coefficient of restitution? Is it velocity of separation upon velocity of approach, or velocity of approach upon velocity of separation. So have I written the correct formula or not? Is it true or is this formula false? Have I written the correct formula or not? Plenty of questions are asked on coefficient of restitution. प्यारे बच्चे लाइव बैच लॉन्च कर रहे हैं हम 2nd of June को. On 2nd of June we are launching the new batch. देखो ये करेक्ट है. दिस इज द करेक्ट फॉर्मूला. नाउ हाउ यू कैन रिमेंबर दिस. देखो ऐसा है कि तुम लोग होशियार हो. ऐसा है. सो ऐसा कोफिशिएंट ऑफ रेस्टिट्यूशन इज शोन बाय ई. तो ई ऐसा. न्यूमरेटर इज सेपरेशन. ए इज अप्रोच. तो ऐसा है. नाउ थ्रू दिस ऐसा यू कैन रिमेंबर द फॉर्मूला. बच्चों आप याद रख पाओगे फॉर्मूला? वुड यू एबल टू रिमेंबर द फॉर्मूला नाउ? बिल्कुल सही. E is equals to 1 for perfectly elastic body, E equals to 0 for perfectly inelastic body. A cantilever beam of span 10 meter is subjected to a downward UDL and a concentrated upward load at its free end. The value of load P is what? So when a cantilever is subjected to UDL and a point load is applied, we know that this value comes out to be 3WL by 8. So 3W is 80, L is 10 by 8. 10, 100, 3, 300. The answer is 300. Water content of soil can be what? Water content of soil can be what? It can be less than 0. No, it cannot be negative. Can take any value from 0 to 100. No, it can be more than 100. Greater than 100 can never be greater than 100. It can be greater than 100. In fact, the range of water content is said to be this. प्यारे बच्चों, which soil parameter shows the range 0 but not equal to 100%? Which parameter shows this range? Let's see how many of you are able to solve this one. Which soil parameter has the value equal to or greater than 0 but cannot be equal to or greater than 100? Very good. Very good. Now Abhijit is the only person, only student focusing on the question. प्यारे बच्चों, how can it be porosity? Porosity is volume of void by total volume. We know that volume of void can never be equal to 0. So porosity can never be equal to 0. Here I have mentioned that the parameter can become 0. So how could it be porosity? In no case it can be porosity. मेरे कितने तेजस्वी लोग हैं? The answer is percent air voids, Na, because Na is Va upon V. Now Va can be 0 for saturated soil, but Va cannot be either equal or greater than capital V. So the answer is percent air voids. Number of wind zones in India. Wind zones, not earthquake zones. Number of wind zones in India. How many wind zones do we have? Very good. We have 6 wind zones. And let's say if you do not know the answer, now you know the answer and mark this question. The questions which you are unable to solve at the first time, make sure you are archiving these questions. You are putting these questions into a different section so that before any examination you can solve such questions. The questions you already are able to solve, there is no need to solve them again and again. Try to solve those questions which have troubled you. Which of the following is the load factor? Good question. Which of the following is the load factor? Yield load upon working load. Which is the load factor? Pakka? Not option C. Good. IS 1893. We solved the same question in the morning as well. IS 1893 is related to, it is related to earthquake. Ductile detailing 13920. Wind load, live load, IS 875. Seismic zones in India. Seismic zones in India. Now there are 5 seismic zones. Compressibility of sandy soil is what? Much less than that of clay soil, almost equal, much greater than the clay soil. Compressibility of sandy soil. बताओ बच्चों. It is less than that of clayey soil. The maximum dry density up to which any soil can be compacted depends upon what? The maximum dry density up to which any soil can be compacted depends on what? It depends on moisture content and amount of compaction. Bachcho, for this force system, what is the resultant? What is the resultant force for this force system? Yes, होना अल्टीमेट ही चाहिए, बट गिवन ऑप्शंस के बेसिस पर हमें वही लिखना पड़ा. Options, in options there was no mention of the ultimate load. देखो बच्चों, these types of questions are regularly asked. So first of all, determine the net force in x direction. So 60 in this, 30 in this. So net force is 60 minus 30. Means 30. Then net force in y direction. This is 90 minus 50. 40. So the resultant will be under root 30 square plus 40 square. This will be 50. Effective stress on soil does what? Effective stress on soil does what? So increase in effective stress, decrease both void ratio and permeability. Oh, वैसे तो both the colleges are good. DTU is, as far as I am concerned, DTU is a very, I should say, historical college. It has tremendous legacy and history. And Apoorv sir has done his masters from DTU only. And NIT is also good. Both the colleges are equally good. So as far as the academics part is considered, both are good. Though I live in the Delhi area, so I am more aware with DTU. So there is no doubt that DTU is a very, very amazing institute. The thing, one, as far as academics is concerned, दोनों colleges बहुत अच्छे हैं. Now your decision can also be based that on the personal level, that which one is closer to your home, where you are more comfortable. Let's say if you are a native from Maharashtra, then Nagpur is good. If you are a native in the North India, then Delhi is good. Academically, both the colleges are good. Once there is an NIT, I believe all NITs are good. Yes, some are better, but all are absolutely fine. And so is DTU. Academically, there is not much to differentiate between the two. तो यूपी से हो तो यार DTU is better. दिल्ली पास में है. You would be able to visit your home frequently in case there is some need. And NIT अच्छा है, but DTU की legacy बहुत अच्छी है. पहले DCE होता था, दिल्ली कॉलेज ऑफ इंजीनियरिंग। अच्छा है। और DTU से अपूर्व सर ने एमटेक करा है, सो यू कैन कंसल्ट विद अपूर्व सर एज वेल, वो आपको और अच्छे से गाइड कर देंगे। If over a part of loaded beam the slope remains constant, then in that part, oh हो, क्या बढ़िया क्वेश्चन। Slope is constant, then what? Okay. कौन सी क्लास में थे? अच्छा क्वेश्चन है, वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग। लेट्स सी हाउ मेनी ऑफ यू आर एबल टू सॉल्व दिस वन। Slope remains same. Now when does the slope remain same? You have taken a cantilever, applied the load somewhere in between, there comes the bend, and after that straight line. So from here to here, constant slope. So now the slope is constant. If I ask you what is the bending moment from this point to this point, 0. Bending moment is 0. Very interesting question. IS 875 part 3 is used for what? IS 875 part 3 is used for what? So bachcho, we have made a code for this, which is Divas. So dead, imposed, wind, snow. This is wind loading. The number of independent equations to be satisfied for static equilibrium of a plane structure is what? For the plane structure, it is 3. Sigma fx is 0, sigma fy 0, sigma mz 0. If the permissible stress in tension is 145 MPa, then the depth of neutral axis for singly reinforced section is what? So K is m times sigma CBC, m times sigma CBC plus sigma SC. M is 280 by 3 sigma CBC. So 280 by 3, 280 by 3 plus 140. So 280 by 3 divided by the option. Okay, Aryan, definitely बिल्कुल आप कर सकते हो। फर्स्ट ईयर में क्या होता है कि यू डू नॉट गेट मैनी सब्जेक्ट्स जो इंजीनियरिंग में पूछे जाएं, बट यू कैन बिल्ड अ बेस। फॉर इंस्टेंस इन बीटेक फर्स्ट ईयर यू विल हैव मैकेनिक्स, सो ट्राई टू हैव अ होल्ड ऑन मैकेनिक्स। मैकेनिक्स जितनी स्ट्रांग होगी उतनी ही सॉइल मतलब सिविल इंजीनियरिंग आपकी बेटर बनेगी। तो बिल्कुल आप फर्स्ट ईयर से, क्योंकि एज सच फर्स्ट ईयर में सब्जेक्ट्स नहीं आएंगे, सेकंड ईयर में आएंगे, बट फर्स्ट ईयर में मैकेनिक्स को अच्छे से पढ़िए। ट्राई टू इम्प्रूव योर मैथ्स, बिकॉज जितनी स्ट्रांग होगी मैथ्स, यू वुड डू मच बेटर इन सिविल इंजीनियरिंग। बिल्कुल करा देंगे आर्यन। अच्छा क्वेश्चन था ये। वेरी फ्यू गेव द आंसर। The point of contraflexure is a point where what happens? What happens at the point of contraflexure? Enjoy college life. No. So why does enjoyment and hard work cannot go side by side? भाई enjoy भी करिए, पढ़ाई भी करिए. This is bending moment, changes sign. And बच्चों, what happens at point of inflection? What happens at point of inflection? Which parameter changes sign? Good. Curvature changes sign. बच्चों, in case of projectile, at what angle the range is equal to maximum height? इंजीनियरिंग सर्विसेज का क्वेश्चन है. So in case of projectile motion, at what angle the range is equals to maximum height? Very good. Very good. Very good. This is the first time in my life that I have seen so many intelligent students in a single classroom. Amazing. 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 बहुत बढ़िया. मेरा रो पढ़ूंगा मैं. मेरे तुम लोगों ने इंग्लिश भूल गया मैं. With such stupendous answers, I have lost my English. हिंदी पर आ गया मैं. थोड़ी देर बाद मैं पंजाबी पे आ जाऊंगा. फिर हो सकता है वो भाषाएं बोलना शुरू कर दूं जो मुझे आती भी नहीं है. क्वेश्चन समझ रहे हो भैया? क्वेश्चन समझ आ रहा है क्या है? I have asked you which angle the range is equal to the maximum height attained by the projectile. किस एंगल पर जो रेंज होती है और जो हाइट होती है वो सेम हो जाती है. वेयर हैव आई आस्क्ड दैट द रेंज इज मैक्सिमम. भाई तुम लोग ना ऐसा करो, तुम लोग क्या बोलूं, बस बोल ही नहीं पा रहा हूं. काश तुम मेरे सामने होते हैं. अबे आंसर बताओ. All you need to do is put the expression of range and maximum height equal. Range is u square sine 2 alpha by g. Maximum height is u square sine square alpha by 2g. So this is cancelled out. Sine 2 alpha is 2 sine alpha cos alpha. This is cancelled out. 2 is multiplied. This is 4. And this is 10 alpha. So alpha will be around 76 degrees. Question, please look at the question first. ठीक है, जल्दबाजी नहीं करना. Let's say one of the option was 45 degree, you would have marked it. The purpose of reinforcement in pre-stressed concrete is what? What is the purpose of reinforcement in pre-stressing? और calculator नहीं है, still at least the answer should not be 45. This is to impart initial compressive stress in concrete. So बच्चों, the only purpose of reinforcement, the only purpose of steel in PSC is to provide initial compression stress. Let's say if there is some another material which is able to do the same thing, you can replace that material with steel. Whereas in RCC, you cannot replace steel because in RCC, steel is being used to bear the load. So in RCC, steel is non-replaceable. You cannot replace it. But in pre-stressing, you can replace it with any material which is as efficient in providing the initial compressive stress as steel. Pranam, pranam, mere beche, pranam. If a cohesive soil specimen is subjected to a vertical compressive load, the inclination of the crack to the horizontal is what? Very interesting question. Very interesting question. Ah. Very good, very good. यार तुम लोग ना मतलब कुछ करके मानोगे. Very good, very good. हाँ अच्छा, 90 डिग्री, 90 डिग्री. अच्छा अच्छा. अच्छा अच्छा. The answer is 45 degree. This is cohesive soil. So phi should be 0 degree. Now the failure plane is 45 degree plus 5 by 2. Phi is 0. So this has to be 45 degree. नहीं सही था कहां? ये तो you are like very much protected in the form of online class. In my offline classes, मैं मन में डर बिठा देता था बच्चों के. और उसका रीजन है, I want you to bear the psychological pressure. If you are 100% sure in your answer, then whatsoever I will say, you will not be going down from your answer. You will stick to your answer. But if you are not sure with your concept, I can easily shake your confidence. So the purpose is just to make you confident, and you become confident when you have the knowledge. So the purpose is simple and clear, that you should gain knowledge. भाई साहब पता नहीं है तुम्हें, मैं ऑनलाइन अभी मान लो कभी मेरा कोई ऑनलाइन क्लास हुई तो यू विल एबल टू सी. The maximum deflection of a fixed beam of span L carrying a central load W is what? बहुत easy है ये तो. The answer is WL cube upon 192 EI. So मेरे प्यारे बच्चों, there is this announcement that I need to make. Due to the upcoming RRB examination, so there are so many students of ours who are focusing on RRB CBT 2, and for them we are very soon launching dedicated classes on YouTube. So due to this specific reason only, for these upcoming days, we need to put a hold on this English class. So till July 2nd, though I want to, but I won't be able to conduct this class which is being conducted in English. The 11 a.m. morning class will go as it is. It will always go as it is as long as I'm alive. But this class, I have no other option left. I have to put it on hold. Such a remarkable impression I have laid on so many people. Everyone is impressed by my English. So am I. But अब नजर लग गई है तो कुछ दिन नहीं पढ़ाऊंगा मैं. So after 2nd of July, this session I will restart. New batch for Coal India. Ooh. Though there are plenty of seats for Coal India, but launching a batch at this point for Coal India is not, I'm not very certain of it, but I can suggest you one thing, that you can regularly come to these classes. I always cover the questions belonging to GATE, Engineering Services, AE exams. So these classes, 11 a.m. morning class and this class will definitely help you in upcoming CIL exam. But I will let you know RRB वाला कब चलेगा. I will tell you. मुझे भी इतना मजा आता था इस क्लास में. I hope you liked this class. Don't worry, it's just a pause. It's not stopped. We will continue this class after 2nd of July. If the Euler's load is this, crushing load is this, what is the Rankine load? Very interesting question. 2nd जुलाई, क्योंकि RRB का एग्जाम है 2nd जुलाई को. So before that RRB exam, we will lay some very interesting thing. तो इसलिए कुछ टाइम नहीं कर पाएंगे. But this is my promise to you. I will continue these classes. मैनू इंग्लिश पढ़ान च बहुत मजा आंदा है. अभी क्या? So the Rankine load is 1 upon PC plus 1 upon PE. Solve it now. $857.14. At the location of plastic hinge, what happens? बहुत बढ़िया क्वेश्चन है. What happens at plastic hinge? Curvature becomes infinite. Very simple question. How? How did you conclude that? Give me the explanation. Sometimes we just memorize the option. मैं याद कर लेगा. I just want to see कि तुमने सिर्फ याद करा है और you know the reason. Why the curvature is infinite? Don't be Chatur Mahalingam. मैं याद कर लेगा. What is 1 by r? What I do with 1 by r? What then? This is the expression of curvature 1 by r. So how did you conclude from this 1 by r that the curvature is infinite? तो प्यारे बच्चों, let's say the plastic hinge formed here. So when the plastic hinge forms, it gives you a straight path. This is the straight line. So the radius is infinite. And 1 by infinite is what? Curvature. Radius is 0, not infinite. Curvature becomes infinite. The answer is curvature becomes infinite. Good. Maximum percentage reinforcement in case of slabs is limited to what? What is the maximum? You know the minimum 0.12%, 0.15%, but what is the maximum limit of reinforcement? What is the maximum percentage reinforcement in case of slabs? 0.12%, 0.15%, they are the minimum values. The maximum is 4%. Bachcho, three-hinged arch supported at different levels is statically determined or what? Three-hinged arch. Good. It still remains statically determinate. So let's solve one more question. Uniformity coefficient of a soil is what? Uniformity coefficient Cu of the soil is what? D60 by D10. Either it can be 1 for uniformly graded or can be greater than 1. So the answer is option B. So प्यारे मेरे बच्चों, with this we are done with today's session. Tomorrow there is no class of yours on this channel because tomorrow is holiday. So now I will be seeing you at 11 a.m. day after tomorrow, means on Friday, and very soon we shall be starting classes at 4 p.m. in the coming days, focusing on RRP. Yes. यार मतलब छुट्टी है भैया। चलो कोई नहीं, आई विल कंटिन्यू दिस सेशन वेरी सून। आई विल ट्राई टू कंटिन्यू इट। मैं 3 सेशन लेगा यूट्यूब पे, 11 बजे दिस वन एंड दैट RRB वन, छोड़ेगा नहीं मैं सेशन को। आई लेट यू नो। चलो ठीक है बच्चों, ऑन 2nd of June वी आर लॉन्चिंग द बैच एंड दिस बैच विल हेल्प यू इन क्रैकिंग एनी JEE एग्जाम। चलो अब हम मिलेंगे नेक्स्ट सेशन में। टिल देन डू टेक केयर, गॉड ब्लेस यू। आओ, थैंक यू अर्जुन। और देखो ये मेरी हमेशा से सोच रही है, ठीक है, एंड आई वॉज वेरी फॉर्चुनेट कि जिन टीचर्स ने मुझे पढ़ाया उनकी भी हमेशा से यही सोच रही कि देखो जो हमने सीखा वही हम आगे चाहते हैं कि सिखाएं। तो टीचर्स ने हमेशा से ये बताया कि आप, इट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टू बी अ गुड ह्यूमन देन बी अ गुड इंजीनियर। आप अच्छे इंजीनियर हैं बट आप अच्छे इंसान नहीं है तो कोई फायदा नहीं है उसका। आप एक अच्छे इंजीनियर हैं और एक अच्छे इंसान है, आह क्या कॉम्बिनेशन है। तो दिस इज व्हाट दी, I should say this is what the focus is. I want you to be good engineers as well as even better human being. चलो जी, थैंक यू। हाँ टेस्ट सीरीज पर कर रहे हैं, काम कर रहे हैं, बताऊंगा मैं उस पर। इवन ये जो कल का ऑफ है इस पे यही सब काम करना है। तुम्हारा ही ऑफ है भैया, हमें तो पूरा ही काम करना है कल। चलो मिलते हैं नेक्स्ट सेशन में। टिल देन डू टेक केयर, गॉड ब्लेस यू।